about your costume, such as how long did it take you to make your costume?
I'm not even sure. Many hours. I would probably say I've put in at least 20 hours. But most of that was kind of lazy, like in front of the TV painting. Yeah, there we go. So I spent most of my time painting this cross pattern. At first I used acrylic, and I went to the Fan Expo in 2014, I think. And what was that? 2017. 2017. Thank you, Dorothy.
Did you just forget 3 years?
I'm really old. I've been around a long time. But then so I went over it with some fabric paint. I cut the ends off of these pants and added a lot of texture with 3 different colors of paint. And this staff is made out of PVC pipe. I had to take a blowtorch to the end of this PVC pipe so that it could curve. Then used about 3 rolls of masking tape to give it this texture, and then painted it, of course. And then we have piece of toilet paper rolls here and here to give it that naturey stick look. Yeah, that's it.
And what would you say was like the most unique part or part that you hadn't done before for this costume?
Probably the wig. I've been in sculpture and painting, but I've never had to sculpture hair before. So
I would say that was definitely like a new experience for you.
yeah.
Great. And does the audience have any questions for Jack Frost today? Just raise your hand if anyone has any questions. If not, that's totally fine. No? Great. So yeah, I'll have you, sorry, everyone's here on that side. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your costume, like how long it took to make?
So I was working on this about 8 months on and off. So I started around February, but then a couple of years ago, I actually did a first version of this and made this part, and as well as this part down here. But a lot, I kind of over time, made a lot of fixes, redid all of this, and made this weapon.
Great. Why don't you just put this to the side so we can really see the amazing hard work that you put in and into your costume as well as the weapon. And what would you say was like the most difficult part or something new while making this costume that you haven't done before?
I think trying to make a large prop kind of transportable was a really hard thing, because a lot of this is like all made of different Velcro pieces, and so that we can actually fit it into a trunk. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, each of these 4 crosses is something that you can take off because it's glued, it's stuck together with Velcro, so I can take it off and put it in the car. As well, making sure that everything is mobile enough for me to kind of somewhat move and do something cool with it.
Great, thank you. And do we have any audience questions today?
Can you do something cool?
I'm going to do that in a bit, and please wait for the performance.
Yeah, what's your question back there? What is it made out of? So I'm guessing some of the like armor pieces. What are the armor pieces made out of?
So it's actually made of something called EVA foam. So you might know this better as those mats you might have had as children, actually, because it's a little. Have any of you had like play mats and other things like that? Yeah, like some of you did. And actually, I could cut that up and actually do really cool shapes with it and heat it up, make some shapes. But don't try that at home without the proper equipment, okay? And don't have some fumes.
Yeah, always have parental supervision with stuff like that. Any other questions today?
Why is the shield like taller than you?
Why is the shield taller than you?
Oh, do we not have reference pictures?
Well, there's also a special kind of shield called a tower shield. And if you can't fit your whole body behind a shield, the shield isn't doing its job.
Right? We have to hide behind it. So yes, we have to be able to hide behind it, right?
Any other questions today? No, great. And you have a little performance, correct?
Yep.
Great. Do you want to do that now?
Okay, do you have sound?
ですよロードキャノン
So why don't you tell me a little bit about how long this costume took?
So I did it in 7 hours before Anime Revolution 2 years ago. Yeah.
So you did it 2 years ago, but you did like a 1 day super cosplay session.
Yeah, I did an all-nighter, 7 hours to mainly all the Onyx finish it, but yeah.
Great, and you want to tell me a little bit about what the Onyx is made of?
So styrofoam, yeah, essentially it's all styrofoam. Just a string that goes through it to make it flexible. But other than that, it's just styrofoam and paint.
Great, and you want to tell me about the rest of your costume as well?
It's clothes, clothes in my closet.
Fair enough. And do we have any questions from the audience today? Yep, and the soccer shirt? How did you do your hair? That's the question.
I just shaved on the side, cut at home, look in the mirror.
You get an adult and you ask them nicely to cut your hair. That's how you did that. Yes, what's your question? So how did you make the Pokemon, which we went over a little bit? You said it's styrofoam
Yeah,
and
so
string.
basically I had about a bunch of styrofoam balls, and then here I just took a knife and started cutting away, essentially shaping it. Yeah.
So it's super light, so he can carry the Onyx on his shoulder, which is very unrealistic, because we all know that Onyxes in real life are like 50 stories tall. Any other questions today? What's your favorite Pokemon?
Good question. Mudkip?
Mudkip's a good one. Any other questions today? A soccer shirt again? What's the backpack made of?
Nylon?
Backpack material.
Yeah. No, I didn't make the backpack, it's just what I carry my stuff in.
So he said he did not make the backpack, so he doesn't know. In the back? What's in the backpack? I assume like water and snacks.
Mystery.
Great, I think that'll be it for audience questions. So thank you so much, and you can go over there. Round of applause. Hi, so do you want to tell me a little bit about how long it took you to make this costume and like what it is made of?
Way too long to make. I don't have a sewing machine, so I had to hand sew this entire cape and most of all of this. Really, the only things I haven't made are the jeans, the boots, and like this corset belt thing, and like a few of the jewelries. But most of that is altered in some sort of way.
So it must have taken a really long time then if you had to do it all by hand.
Oh, absolutely.
And did you learn how to sew specifically for this?
No, I learned how to sew a very long time ago. Just this was a lot of sewing to do.
Fair enough. And what would you say is like the most difficult part or unique part of your costume?
Sewing fur onto fabric, that's a pain in the butt.
But you're pretty warm though, so you'll be good for the rest of the season.
Oh, absolutely.
And do we have any questions from the audience today? Yeah? Is it real wool? Yes. Is it real wool is the question.
I believe it is fake fur.
So it's a fake fur, so that means it's made out of like a special plastic. But it's probably just as warm and just as good, right?
Oh, yes.
Any other questions today? Yeah, at the very back. What are you bringing to Grandma's house?
I've got some hairspray in here. I don't know if she'll like that, but we'll see. We'll see.
So some hairspray and love and affection, right?
Maybe.
Any other questions for Little Red today? Yes? Oh, they said, are you like Ruby Rose from Ruby, since you're a hunter but also Little Red Riding Hood?
Respect that you know what that is.
So, good reference. Any other questions today? You wanna go off station?